Hi, guys, and welcome back to our podcast, Gotcha Back Thrive Talk for a Healthy Mindset. We are your hosts, Nick and
Vils.
And in episode 3, we'll be talking about the power of movement and how exercise improves mental health and wellness. So we just want to say also that this episode might be triggering for some because there will be talks about mental health, depression, anxiety. So, please, if you're struggling, seek help and maybe not listen. But yeah, we just want to put that trigger warning out there for anybody that's going through something. So this episode, we're just going to be mainly discussing things related to health, wellness, mental health, as I said before, physical health, and mindfulness. But I would like also to get Vils to touch base on why, like his opinion and his advice around, exercising and how it's beneficial for our mental health. So I'll pass it over to Vils for a little chat about like what helps, your mental health, like because you do a lot of exercising and training and stuff like that. So it would be good if you could share how that benefits you in your daily life.
So training, exercising, any sort of physical exercising for me, helped me a lot for my mental health. Man, it took me to a place where I was by myself and I knew I had to work on myself physically and mentally. So that was the first thing I sort of realized. But during that time, it was also giving me a bit of time to reflect on some things I needed to work on in my personal life, especially about myself. So it really did help me because there were times where physically I wanted to give up, but mentally I had to keep telling myself not to give up as well. And then the greatest thing about it, the times where I was doing it, wifey was always reassuring me that I was doing this to better myself, work to better myself, obviously, and to also better mine and hers and my kids' relationship as well. So, man, training was the best thing for me. It was one that when I was seeking help at the time from my doctors, counselors, my therapist, psychiatrist, and so forth. They told me to sort of go back to that because it was one of the things that I kept telling that I love to do. So the best, one of the best advices that they did give me was going back to do the physical things that I love to do was obviously training, but take myself out of my comfort zone. So obviously finding the part of the sport that I love, but find the part that I hated to do and do that. So obviously for myself was the fitness part of it all. So again, going back to I think I said it in my last podcast, is that besides rugby, I also liked a bit of boxing. So, I went into boxing, obviously to help myself. So, and because I know there was a lot of discipline in that and a lot of the fitness aspect, which is got to do with a lot of running and stuff. So, I started running. And even though I hated it, I had to do it like I sort of loved it. But yeah, during that time, I ended up loved running. And yeah, so yeah, that's a bit of a backstory of my training. Yeah.
No, that's good. Thank you. Because I think some people out there don't like that. People know that working out and training is good for our mental health, but a lot of people don't realize it does actually build a strong mindset when you do the hard work. And I also feel like people will relate to you in that aspect as well. So yeah, thanks for that. I wanted to also discuss how physical activity helps lower our levels of cortisol. So I don't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what it is, but if you don't know, cortisol is the hormone that's responsible for the stress that we go through. And exercise has been shown to have long-term benefits for that, with also including more energy and better sleep. But not only that too, like like everybody goes through stress in life. We all have stress, but it's the way that we deal with it ultimately that shapes like our mindset. So for me, I just want to share something real quick. Personally, I've been working a lot on my stress and to help better balance my hormones and my anxiety. So I've been doing that since December last year, doing yoga and meditation music every day. And it really has a massive impact on how we can bring ourselves back to our regulated state within like our body and our nervous system, which is going to be spoken about on another podcast. But I just wanted to touch base with that. Some people know about it, some people don't. But yeah, 100% would recommend meditation music. I mean, not everything works for everybody, but I guess you just have to find something that works for you.
Yeah, 100%. Because when you do your meditation, I've joined you a couple of times already. Yeah, it doesn't like I honestly don't know how you do it. I don't know how you meditate. I don't even know how to do that.
No, like so the point of it is to it's the frequency of the music. So in our inner ear, we have like, depending on the frequency of the music, so it could be like 657 example, or like lower than that. And it's like the different frequencies, the muscles in our ears helps our mind. Like this is what I've learnt about and I've been researching about. So like I don't know everything, but like this is what I've been reading up on. And it's in
choice to close. No, like, but no, like I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, to lay there and listen to music, like for me, if I was to try and meditate, and you obviously know I've done it a couple of times with it and I just can't get out.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like that is your state of regulation when if you fall asleep, if you yawn, sigh, watery eyes, just spontaneously, that is a sign that your nervous system has gone back to regulation. Because we all have dysregulated nervous systems, but a lot of the time people don't understand how to get it back to the regulated state. You know what I mean? So if you're falling asleep to meditation music, that's 100% good. That's what you want to do. You want to be able to fall asleep peacefully and to try and stay asleep.
Yeah, but I can watch TV and fall asleep like that too. Is that? No, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't.
Yeah, no,
for me,
that's random.
But I'm just saying, like, if I was to watch TV, I can just watch TV and then boom. You know what I mean? And clock out as well. With meditation music, I can sort of do the same thing, but I don't want to fall asleep.
Okay.
All I want to do is just sort of relax and I'll get to that state where I need to sleep to feel too relaxed. You know what I mean? So to me, it just feels like there's no point in meditating or trying to meditate to the music that you try to listen to because I just fall asleep anyway.
Okay, but that's but that's I'm just saying, like, it's a good thing because your mindset is calm and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because you don't have anxiety, so like for you just to fall asleep like that, like you probably don't need meditation music. It was what I mean, you know? But like I'm just saying for like other like people out there that maybe have high anxiety or depression and things like that, I'm not saying that the meditation is going to cure like whatever's wrong, you know what I mean? But I'm just trying to say like that it does help, but we have to stick it out. You have to stick to it. You have to do it for more than like 1 week and you might have to do it for the rest of your life. I don't know.
Consistency.
Consistency. Because when I first started, I was like, bro, who even listens to this? But now I love it. I literally put it on every night. When you go to work on the weekends and work night security, I put it on. I love the like.
This morning and going on.
I love it because it's just like it's like calming to me, and yeah, my favorite would be like the singing bowls.
Yeah.
Like where they tap it and then just like it has that like vibrations. It's my favorite. But yeah, so okay, guys. So I just want to say before anybody jumps the gun and tries to comment anything, nothing like not everything works for everybody. It's not going to work for everyone. You have to find something that works for you.
For me, it's training.
Yeah.
For me, it's training. I love it. I love training. Going to the gym, pumping the weight, and then after that, doing a bit of cardio. I come home, my body's full relaxed. I get to have dinner, shower, and that's it for me. You know what I mean? And then I can easily fall asleep just like that. So
that's good. Yeah. That means that you're tired and you've worked hard that day and your body's ready for rest. If you're also, I wanted to say something that a naturopath told me. If you're like awake late at night, like 11, 12, and you're like fully awake and your body isn't even having any signs of like wanting to go to sleep, that is a high level of stress, because we're not designed to be like that. You know what I mean? That means like you have hormone imbalance is what she told me, the naturopath. So you need to be tired at around maybe 10:30, 11, because this is what helps your body regulate the hormones, testosterone, your stress and things like that. So I don't know, I just wanted to share that as well. So maybe if you're like a night person, not saying there's anything wrong with it, but maybe there's something wrong that you're not looking into, like within your personal life. So being in the fight or flight for a long time causes depression and anxiety, which is something also that I've been reading about, which is not good, because then it just is not good for our body. You get gut problems and infertility, like reproductive health problems. It's just crazy. Like it's just a massive rabbit hole to go down to look at like your nervous system. It's all linked. But yeah. Anyways, back to what we were discussing. So so as Will said, like he likes to train. I like training too. We do training together. I like running, but we don't do it as much as we used to. So yeah, maybe that will work for you, maybe running or walking your dog. Maybe if you like physical sport, footy, or
it's not even that.
Boxing.
It depends. Like you just gotta go out and try things that you enjoy doing. You know what I mean? It's not even just finding something that you enjoy doing and putting yourself out in the discomfort zone straight away. Man, you might even like lawn bowling, even just 10-pin bowling or ping pong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just little things like that, just to get the body moving, and just that's something that you enjoy. Just do something that you enjoy first. Take it a step at a time, and then eventually pick it up a bit. You know what I mean? Find another sport or something physical that you like doing or that you enjoy doing, and then test yourself. It doesn't have to be so extreme and do like a full 40-minute EMOM on an AMRAP or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you're not trying to be the fittest person on earth. The first day you want to go out and try this stuff. Just take it day by day, and just try little things here and there, and then you will eventually find something that you will enjoy doing. And then when you do feel a little bit too comfortable, put yourself in an uncomfortable position and test yourself there.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that you don't have to do like hard, intense training.
No, you don't. Oh.
You can even get up in the morning and just go for like a 10-minute walk and do stretching.
100%.
It's just something to break your habit and like to build your mindset. But yeah, so I've also like been reading about too how exercise changes the brain. It helps create like new connections, which can improve cognitive function and emotional regulation. Because, like I said, comes back to the nervous system. If you're not regulated, there's a lot of you're going to have like a lot of problems. You know, emotional, you know, you're going to let bad thoughts enter your mind. And if you have a little bit of stress over something in your life, but then you kind of like bring it all together into one thing. You know what I mean? Instead of just focusing on that stress to help that in that moment, you bring everything together. And that's how anxiety kicks in, and like depression, and thinking that it's just, you're never going to get out of it. So that's why, you know, exercise is, you know, we need it. It's not just for our physical health, even though it is a big thing for that too, but it's for our mind as well. We need to be in a good state so we can act accordingly, you know, in life.
Everyone these days is, I notice, is hit the gym and things like that. Let's go for a run and get into these groups and try and look in a certain way and not realize what it's really for. You know, it's really for themselves. You know, it's for themselves, yes, physically to look good, but then how is it treating? How is your physical exercising helping you mentally as well? You know, I see some people to get immaculately ripped, men, women, and then post that up on social, whatever. They get all this attention, but for me, in my opinion, like I can see some people, like, mentally it gets to them. All this fan base crap gets to them, and then when they don't get enough of this attention that they got, it starts to fuck them up a bit. You know what I mean? Puts them makes them feel a bit shit, like because they're so used to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Like looking for other people's
approval.
Yeah. You don't need to do that.
No.
You have to love yourself, which I mean that as in like putting yourself first. It's not selfish to put yourself first. Even if you have kids, if you're married, or if you're single and you have no one, or if you don't have children, you have to put yourself first. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, if you can't love yourself, you can't love anyone else.
And we've put ourselves in that position before. We just always thought it was just the kids.
Yeah.
You know, 24/7, just the kids, we let ourselves go a bit. And then when we got to the point where we both got the courage to train and things like that, we started realizing, okay, all it is just communicating with our kids, letting them know, you know, mom and dad need a bit of time to look after themselves. And, you know, we can also give that time back as well. And look at all over these years, now our kids have never questioned it.
No.
You know, we just communicate with the kids to let them know that mom and dad need to take care of themselves and stuff. That's all it is. It's not taking the time away for yourself to do anything just for yourself and not give back to the family or give back to loved ones,
but
back to friends and stuff, you know.
You are giving back when you look after yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do. You need to put yourself first. It doesn't don't feel bad if you want to say no to someone because you don't want to go hang out with them or go out with them and you want to do something for yourself. There's nothing wrong with saying no. You know, you have to love yourself because, to be honest, like I just think like we only have one life. Like we're only here once. Like you have to make your life the best life you can. And if you're going through things, you will get through it. There's always light, but you just need to keep holding on and keep working on yourself. Yeah, it's hard. Life's hard, man, but like we just have to pick ourselves up and keep going. And I know a lot of people are probably going to be like thinking, oh yeah, that's easy to say. Yeah, it's easy to say, but also we've been through a lot of stuff as well, and we're still going. So that's what we want you to do. We want you to keep going.
You wake up every day and keep telling yourself that you're enough and that you're worthy. You know, you tell yourself that every day, and whatever it is that is on your mind that day, get it done. Whether it's going outside and just, you know, looking at the sun for 10 minutes, taking in that sun for 10 minutes, or getting up and going to work and, you know, on your morning tea or your lunch, going for like a 15-minute walk, you know, get it done. You know, whatever you got on the checklist for that day, get it done. Make yourself worthy enough for yourself first. You don't need anybody else's approval. So,
And I just also want to say, like, I don't mean this in a bad way, but if we have time to go on social media and sit there scrolling, we got time to go do a workout. For real.
Scroll on social media, you can also stroll on the road.
Yeah.
Or look after yourself.
Yeah. Or stand, like Vil just said, stand outside in the sun, look at your phone. Or go put your feet, like your bare feet, on the earth. Touch the earth with your feet. It's got amazing health benefits. Look it up. Do research. Don't rely on what people say. Do your own research and learn for yourself. I wanted to talk about, like, what are your thoughts on mind-body connection, muscle-mind connection when you train? Like, what advice could you give to someone that doesn't really maybe understand that concept of training?
First thing, take your time.
Yeah, okay. I knew you were going to say that.
Take your time. Because I've been doing weights for so many years and did not understand that whatsoever.
Mm.
You know, I just thought was just lift the weights for the sake of lifting the weights every year, lifting heavy, whatever it is, you know. But after getting myself into bodybuilding, man, that was a different ballgame from then on. Getting told how to pose and stuff and connecting the mind to muscle with hands. Some of the body parts that I did try and connect my mind to, I didn't know how to do it. So obviously I'm right-handed. I dominate my right hand. My right side I could barely tense my right side. But my left side, no trouble at all. Hold on straight away. So mind to muscle connection, whether it's whatever it is in life, it it needs to work. So yeah, like I've learned that through the bodybuilding the past 2.5 years now, and I'm still learning, but I am getting better.
That's crazy how you said the left side was easier when you're right-handed.
Mm. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So doing it on pose. So one of the poses that I do is called a front lat spread, and yeah, I did not know how to activate my right lats.
Mm.
You know, didn't know how to do it, but training myself to do it, and eventually caught on. And still to this day, I'm still training myself to do it a lot better. So.
I've done it a couple of times. Breath work, meditation, breath work. I just look up. If anyone's wondering where I find this stuff, I just go on YouTube. Just type in what you want, like, to look for, and there's heaps of videos on there. You can learn so much. So I just wanted to, like, I thought it was really good. I don't do it that often, but when I do choose to do it, I think I feel more in touch with, like, myself and my mind, and it makes, like, doing it early in the morning, it kind of like sets you up for the day. Like, you have, like, if you do something positive in the morning, you're going to have an awesome day. Just from speaking from personal experience, like, that's how I feel. I get up and do yoga or I do meditation in the morning. And I just feel like you have a better day. So, but, like, for you, have you ever tried breath work?
No.
Okay. What's your thoughts on it? But do you think, like, you've seen it, obviously.
Yeah.
But, like, what do you think? What's your thoughts on it for other people maybe to try?
I don't know. Like, give it a go. There's no harm in giving a shot in anything. You know what? Yeah, like if you like, I see a lot of people doing breathwork if they're struggling a lot with stress and anxiety. You know, so yeah, I've got a friend who owns a place that does all of that recovery place. And he does breathwork at theirs, and that's what he says. He gets a lot of clients that have stressful jobs, and that's what they do. They go to his class and do all the breath work and stuff. And not even the breath work in there. He does the breath work in the cold bath too. The cold bath. He shows them how to regulate their breathing and all of that.
Mm.
On a cold plunge, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he says like they love it. You know, so man, if it works for some people, give it a shot. You never know. It might work for you. It might not. But there's no harm in trying. I think it will work. Man, I wouldn't mind that one day. But again, if I'm well, I'll probably have to get into a cold plunge to learn that. Because if I was to lay on the floor and someone to breathe in, I'll probably just breathe in and breathe out, and then I'll start snoring. No, honest, that's my honest opinion. Like for me, I need to put myself in a position where pretty much I ain't laying down. You know, but I think it will work. Yeah, so.
Because when we hold our breath also, it releases chemicals in the brain. And you're like, I've read things about like a thing called alpha brain, where like if you get up in the morning, the first 5 minutes when you wake up is the most important time of your like mindset. And you can train your mind if you do things in the morning within the first 5 minutes. So I've read, because it releases chemicals in the brain. So this is just what I've been seeing and hearing. But, you know, for someone like you have like a really strong mindset. That's probably why meditation doesn't work for you, because like you have that strong mindset. So that's why you just fall asleep. Like you don't need, do you know what I mean? Like you don't need that. So to deal with, like if you have stress for that day, or if you need to look after yourself, you go training, you know? So, but you know, like Vil said, it's different for everybody, but there's no harm in trying. It's always good to try new things. And that's how we learn stuff, when we try new things. Okay. Yeah, so just quick recap. I know we spoke for a fair bit today. I think this is the longest podcast we've done so far. But yeah, guys, just look after your minds. You know, it's not just about looking good or you know, but also when we look good, we feel good. When we feel good inside, we look good, and when we look good outside, we feel good about ourselves, and our mindset's pretty good, you know. But we just have to keep it up, because like it's a lifelong thing.
Yeah, it is. And like, to be honest, I still get into that stage sometimes. Like right now, I feel pretty sluggish. I've been overeating and eating things I shouldn't be eating and stuff. Well, not shouldn't be eating, but overindulging myself. You know, so starting from tomorrow, obviously, I'll be doing my diet and stuff like that, and cracking, sticking to it. But yeah, so it's not the end of the world. So just be patient with yourself.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice. Try new things too. Like we said, it's not going to work for everybody. Try something that suits you. Try and fit it into your daily routine every day if you can, or at least 3 times a week. Yeah, at least 3 times, guys, because you have to do things consistently to see any progress.
Consistency is the key. But before you can have the consistency, experiment on new things. Can I just share, like, man, if you want to do something physical, and also, I'm not trying to be one with nature, but like just be out in nature, go for a hike. Go find somewhere to go and hike. Man, hiking is one of the best things I've ever done. I haven't done much of it, but man, when I do go hiking, far out, I feel hectic. I feel so hectic.
Yeah, because you're out in like the natural environment.
Yeah.
And sometimes
the last hike
we need
I did, was
it with your...
I did it with my sister and my brother-in-law.
Where was that? Tell it on.
Rainbow Falls or something like that.
Rainbow Falls,
We found it on, so if anybody knows Jaden Lang, it's probably ages ago. We found it on his TikTok. And when he was explaining stuff, man, like straight away, I just wanted to go. It was like, for me, it was a short hike, but I loved every minute of it. Up the hills, down, and eventually, scaring my brother-in-law and my sister through the bush and things like that. It was like hectic. Swimming in like, what was it, a lagoon or something like that with waterfall, fresh water, cold as hell. It was the best, you know. But yeah, the feeling I had that day was awesome. Awesome. And that's just walking and running through the bush, having a cold swim for like 10, 15 minutes, and then hiking back to our vehicles. It felt like I was in the gym for like, man, how long did it take us the whole day? Like 4.5 hours? Took our time, but I mean, like, far out.
And whereabouts is this, in case anybody wants to know?
I don't know.
Where is it going towards? Do you know? Do you remember?
Things towards like Jamboree way.
Oh.
Somewhere.
So that's the south coast.
So yeah, going down south.
Going down south. Okay, cool. You guys know Kiama?
Yeah.
Somewhere down there. Look it up.
But it doesn't have to be down there.
No.
Man. Just finding into the hiking. You guys will love it. You'll love it.
Yeah, because you're being outdoors. We're meant to do that. We're not meant to be stuck in our house 24/7 or working 24/7 or city life.
Mm.
We need to get out there and get the benefits of fresh air and nature. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about or say to anybody that might be going through something or needs help?
Man, if anybody out there that's listening, just know you're worthy. Know that you're enough. And if you know you need help, seek it. Because it's not wrong to seek it. There are people out there that will listen. There are people out there with advice that you can take. And it's not advice you have to take. Pick whatever advice you think will work for you. And if you think it'll work for you, work on that first, bit by bit, day by day. Eventually you will get back to where you need to be. All right? But keep fighting. Wake up every day and know that you're enough. Keep fighting. All right?
That's nice. Thank you. I would say one too. My advice would be, obviously I agree with Phil's, but also make time for yourself. We all get caught up and we're all so busy. We have kids, we married or whatever it is, but don't forget about you. Go get a coffee with a friend or a loved one. Go gym. Go for a walk. Watch a movie. Do something for yourself. I think it's important that I think a lot of people have lost that in their life because we're all so busy now because we all have to hustle so hard to make a living.
Or we forget to live ourselves.
Yeah, because it's so hard right now here in Australia. And I'm sure it's hard in a lot of other places too. The cost of living is just crazy. So there was a saying where I'm just trying to remember. There was a saying I seen. It said, "Don't just live your life. Make your life worth living." Because we all think we're here to work and run ourselves into the ground just to make money, but life is so much more than that. Yes, we need money to live, but money's not important. Your health is. And looking after yourself. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up now. Thank you so much for listening. Also, I forgot to say in the beginning, if you're still here after all this time, thank you so much for staying. What we talk about is real and personal experiences. It does not mean that we know everything. We're just giving our opinion and advice on things that we've gone through and things that work for us. And we do not edit any of our podcasts. So whatever you hear is straight recorded and we just upload all of that, because we think it's important to be transparent, honest, raw, real, because that's the type of people that we are. So I just wanted to add that in as well. And please, if you're listening for the first time or you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're only just getting started with this. So our YouTube is Got Your Back, Thrive Talk for a Healthy Mindset, same as Spotify. Please follow us. And we hope to get it on other platforms for podcasting a bit later on. But like I said, we're just starting out. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Next episode will be episode number 4. And I honestly do not remember what the topic was. I'm so sorry. But when I find out what it was, because I have everything written down, I will put it down in the description. So please tune in next time for episode 4, which will be down in the description on YouTube and Spotify. But yeah, thanks guys. Take care. Look after yourself. Stay blessed. Remember, do something for yourself because you deserve it. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks, guys.